Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the happy feast of Ramadan. Today I am speaking during this happy feast. I am speaking about cakes and biscuits. Cakes and biscuits are a very nice and happy tradition. And of course, sometimes we find that cakes and biscuits may be a source of sadness instead of being a source of happiness. Why? Let's speak about composition of cakes and biscuits. Cakes and biscuits are composed of three main parts. First is flour, then secondly sugar, and thirdly are fats. As for flour, flour contains a very famous and important amino acid which is tryptophan. Tryptophan passes through blood, comes to brain meninges, and stimulates brain to secrete an important substance which is serotonin. Serotonin returns back from brain to the blood, and it has an important role inside the body. Firstly, it makes the patient quiet and calm. Secondly, it increases the level of pain inside the body. So, serotonin is an important substance which is present inside the flour. The second component of cakes and biscuits is sugar. And sugar is very important in our health because once we eat sugar, it stimulates the pancreas to secrete an important hormone which is insulin, which promotes and increases the entrance of tryptophan inside the brain and accordingly increases the secretion of serotonin, which makes the person quiet and increases the level of pain. The third component was what is known as oils. And oils are formed of two main parts. The first component of oil is the unsaturated fatty oils, which are present usually as liquid in the normal temperature, and they are present as cotton oil, olive oil, and so on. These oils are very important because, firstly, because they are a main source of energy. Secondly, because they help to decrease the level of triglycerides, low-density triglycerides, and accordingly prevents their precipitation of the low-density triglycerides in the walls of capillaries, arteries, and veins, and accordingly they prevent the formation of cardiac thrombus or even hypertension or brain tumors and so on, brain hemorrhage and so on. The second component of oils and fats is the saturated fatty acids. And this component is solid at the room temperature, and saturated fatty acids are very important because at first they are a main source of energy, and then they help the absorption of fat-soluble proteins such as fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamin A and vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Thirdly, they are very important, these saturated fatty acids, in the formation of nervous system, in the formation of brain. So we find that there is two types of fats, the saturated fatty acids and the unsaturated fatty acids. In making cakes and biscuits, we must let there is a ratio. A ratio of saturated fatty acid is 1 to unsaturated fatty acid is 2. This ratio must be kept in order to make our food delicious and very important. Now, I've spoken about the first part, which is the components of cakes and biscuits. The second part is how to make our cakes and biscuits delicious. There is what is known as order of cakes and biscuits, or in Arabic, ريحة الكعك. These order of cakes and biscuits are composed of 7 substances, which are number 1, قرفة, number 2, قرنفل, number 3, محبل, number 4, حبهان, number 5 is قبيلة العرب, number 6 is كبابة, number 7 is كافورة. These main 7 substances, what are known odor of cakes and biscuits, or in Arabic ريحة الكعك, these are very important to be put in our cakes and biscuits. Why? Number one, because they increase appetite to cakes and biscuits. Secondly, because they are important in secretion of gastric secretions and intestinal secretions, which are very important in digestion of cakes and biscuits. Thirdly, because they prevent distension of intestine. Lastly, because they are very important in preventing rancidity, which makes cakes and biscuits very difficult during eating. So we are in need to build order of cakes in our cakes and biscuits, and also keeping in mind that some types of cakes and biscuits, as غريبة and petit four, are formed mainly of saturated fatty acids, and they make difficulty during eating. Try to decrease the amount of غريبة and petit four. Now, if we take care of all these, if we take care of the ratio and the components of food, and also if we take care of this غريبة and petit four, and if we take care of odor of biscuits and cakes, of course, everything will pass smooth, no gastric problems, no difficulties. Lastly, I wish good luck to all of you. At first, I wish happy and nice feast. I wish eating and taking cakes and biscuits be smooth without any gastric troubles or any problems. And lastly, I wish those patients who were suffering from acne vulgaris, which is a disease which is helped and promotes and treated during the fasting holy months of Ramadan. And also I wish those patients who were suffering from neurogenic shock with all its problems and all its difficulties are improved during fasting this holy months of Ramadan. Also I wish those patients who were suffering from certain diseases such as urticaria and fasting the holy months of Ramadan, I wish all these patients are treated. They are treated because of the fasting a long time of Ramadan, this is number one, and they are treating because of being quiet and calm due to fasting, and accordingly all these diseases, and also acute and chronic bacterial diseases be improved. So this fasting of this holy month of Ramadan improves our condition, improves our cases. Also those obese patients who taking this fasting the holy months of Ramadan by making a good regime in this holy months of Ramadan, I wish they have decreased their weight. I wish they are all improved and having a good health. Lastly, I wish you all good health and enjoy your life. And I wish you all a very happy and a nice feast. And I wish we could meet again next Ramadan. Thank you.